to all of you listeners on B92.7 FM or live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live. We got Section 6A baseball coming your way, and the Breckenridge Cowboys were lucky enough to win their play-in game, and that was their opening round game, I should say, to get into this one. Took care of Browerville, who was actually the host today. So we are actually here at Gerald Eden Field in Browerville, and they do a fantastic job with these facilities. If you hear a bunch of other commotion going on, that is because they have a softball facility, which is right next to the baseball stuff. So they got a ton of stuff, it's just the place to be right now in Minnesota. It's awesome. But let's dive into how we got to this point with your kind of a breakdown of the Section 6A, or the Section 6A standings. But first we'll kind of talk about Breckenridge, who's 11-8 coming into this ball game. And they've been a streaky squad so far this year. Or my apologies, 12-8 coming into this ball game. Or no, 11-8 is correct. They won against Browerville Eagle Valley 6-2 to advance this game against Parker's Prairie. And what a reward to run into Parker's Prairie, because they are the top team not only in Section 6A, but they have the best QRF in the state as well. So definitely not to be trifled with for sure. They got a fantastic squad coming into this ball game. And as promised, we'll do those Section 6A standings, and then we'll loop back to the bracket. We'll start off with the top of Section 6A. Once again, Parker's Prairie coming into this one. Top of Section 6A North, I should say. Long Prairie Gray Eagle will be playing later today as well. They're 13-0 in section play, 18-1 on the year. 18-3 is Parker's Prairie. Brandon Evansville's 14-6, 11-8 Breckenridge at the 4 spot. And they bested Browerville Eagle Valley once again. Ashby was in the 6th spot. Hillcrest Lutheran Academy 7 and Rothsay 8. Who were not able to move on in the tournament. And once again, win or lose, Breckenridge will continue today. And they got enough fields here where either way it's going to be right after this. 3:30 first pitch tentatively, win or lose. So it is double elimination at this point in the tournament. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. And we'll loop back to the to the section tournament. My apologies, I actually pulled up the state tournament. So actually we'll do your State Farm stat report, and then we'll loop back and go through the rest of the bracket. But leading the way for Breckenridge, and this is brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick, by the way. Leading the way for Breckenridge in hits so far on the year, we got Cooper Roberts with 26 coming in this ballgame. Trey Vogelbacher behind him with 20. Connor Ernst with 19. Paul Armitage with 17. And Gavin Hoffer with the Baker's dozen at 13. And leading the team in batting average so far. Hitting 400 on the year is Trey Vogelbacher in the cleanup spot. 388 is Cooper Roberts' is average coming in this one. Tucker Snyder at 375 after recently becoming a regular in the lineup as the DH. Paul Armitage is 333 on the year with Gabe Armitage at 310. And then for on-base percentage, Trey Vogelbacher at 565. Tucker Snyder at 500 as well, 493 for Paul Armitage. Gabe Armitage, 488. Once again, Gabe's been out of the lineup lately, so not as noteworthy, I guess. But Cooper Roberts with 21 RBIs on the year to lead the team as he continues to have the big bat for this squad. Paul Armitage with 15. Connor Ernst with 14. Leading the way in runs scored. 18 apiece for 4 different guys, actually. Logan Church, Cooper Roberts, Connor Ernst, and Gavin Hopper. They usually get them in bunches, it seems like. 13 walks on the year for Logan Church. He leads the team. And then hit by pitch. This is a fun stat. Trey Vogelbacher's got 11 on the year. Been smoked by a pitch 11 times. Almost double the next closest guy. But Breckenridge will start Logan Church on the hill. We'll tell you more about that when we get to the starting lineups, but just wanted to give you a heads up that he's played in 10 games this year. Started 2 of them. He usually comes in relief, but we'll be getting the nod today. Comes in the game with a record of 2-4 and has an ERA. I had to double check the ERA. I think they would have that at the front and center of Game Changer, but evidently not. His ERA so far on the year is 2.958. Riley Kappas, 3.787. Tucker Snyder, 4.0. So we're looking at the wrong way here. Jackson Riggs, 386 in not a whole lot of plate appearances. Trey Vogelbacher has been in a ton of games with a 2.625 ERA. That's what you can kind of expect from their ace. And that is a look at your State Farm stat report. We'll loop back with your starting lineups after this quick break here on the Red River Grain pregame show. Serving the local farmers since 1986, you are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Back to the Red River Grain Pregame Show. Serving local farmers since 1986. And my apologies, better get the pregame graphic on there. Oopsies. Breckenridge and Parker's Prairie once again squaring off. If you didn't know, we have this game on KBMW News Live YouTube channel as well, if you'd like to check it out there. And as promised, we'll loop back to those that section opening round. This is going to be a breakdown brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company once again. Parker's Prairie got to this game with a 9-1 win over Rothsay, who was the 8th seed. Breckenridge over Browerville in the 4-5 matchup, 6-2 once again, as we mentioned earlier. 14-4 was the final for Long Prairie Gray Eagle over Hillcrest Lutheran Academy. On this side of the section, actually, that is the only game that was a 10-run deficit. Brandon Evansville won 4-1 over Ashby to move on. And then on the other side, we got Upsala Swanville getting an opening round bye. Benson falling to Ortonville in the 4-5 matchup. Ortonville coming away with the upset there with a 5-4 score, very fitting for the 5-4 matchup. They each scored their seeds. That's fun. BBE winning 12-2 over West Central area. And then another 5-4 slugfest with Border West and Hancock in the 3-6 matchup, sending third-seeded Border West. So actually only one upset in the opening round, with the 5th-seeded Ortonville besting 4th-seeded Benson once again. So looks like they got those seedings right for the most part, I guess they would say. But onto your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Start off with Parker's Prairie, who once again entered this game as the number one team in the state if you're going by QRF. Mason Basil at the top of the order. I'm sure a lot of Cowboy faithful remember him from the football season. He plays right field and wears number 10. Nolan Steidel is a shortstop wearing number 5. Joe Johnson will be playing first base and wearing number 18. Trevor Rounds, the DH, is in the cleanup spot wearing number 16. Shane Hansen at the 5 spot in the order. He's playing catcher and wearing number 4. Benelli Myers, the newest member of the all-Turner name team. Love Benelli Myers, big fan. We got him playing third base. We're number 21. Ben Wagner is a center fielder wearing number 11. Chavis Went at second base is wearing number 15. Gavin Basil in left field wearing number 9. So we got a Basil in each of the outside outfields, or the left and right field. We got a Basil in each. Then A.J. Woodworth is who we'll see on the hill. He's getting DH4 for Rounds, as we mentioned. He's wearing number 6. Gavin Basil wears number 9, if we didn't already mention that. But that goes on to Gavin Hofford at the top of the order for Breckenridge. He'll be playing second base and wearing number 8. Connor Ernst in the 2 spot in the order, who's been playing red-hot baseball defensively, that shortstop position lately. He's wearing number 15 for his squad. Cooper Roberts at third base, wearing number 2. Trey Vogelbacher will be manning first base, wearing number 3, fittingly for position number 3. Riley Kappas in left field is wearing number 11. Paul Armitage behind the plate wearing 16. Logan Church, his battery mate, is wearing number 14 and is 7th in the order. In the 8th spot, we got Tucker Snyder, who is DHing, wearing number 17. He's DHing for Lawson Oliphant, who will be playing center field wearing number 1. And then at the bottom of the order, we got Brecken Anderson, who will be playing right field and wearing number 7. So that is a look at your starting lineups, once again brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. We'll take a quick break here on B92.7 FM and once again on KBMW News Live, but wanted to let you guys know there will be no anthem. So if we kind of jump back right in with the first pitch, that is why. So this has been your Red River Grain pregame show. Serving local farmers since 1986. We'll be back with Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors' Fresh Start Tire Event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus, up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
So what's in a name? Well, plenty when it comes to decisions about assisted living.
When it was time for Mom to make that move, we looked at a ton of options.
Everywhere we looked, there was something cold and impersonal. Then we found Twin Town Villa.
What we found at Twin Town Villa was completely different. They gently nurture their residents' identities, they help them hold their dignity, and they do it all with loving respect.
Twin Town Villa is a building filled with people, not numbers.
Twin Town Villa, building respect and dignity, one resident at a time.
OSPTI promotes specialized and extended training of therapists to better treat orthopedic injuries and pre- and post-injuries. OSPTI offers pool therapy to promote early integration and also can enhance and challenge return-to-sport conditions. OSPTI promotes wellness progression with aftercare programs and programs open to the public, such as return-to-sport training, athletic enhancement, adult fitness classes, gym and pool memberships, and aquatic exercise classes for a patient to continue their wellness journey. Start your wellness journey by calling OSPTI at 218-641-7725. Cargill is working around the clock to continue feeding the world safely, responsibly, and sustainably. Currently hiring for operations technicians starting at $28 an hour, along with $3,000 sign-on bonus. To join the Cargill team, go to careers.cargill.com/Wapaton-ND. That's careers.cargill.com/Wapaton-ND. Equal opportunity employer, including disability veterans. Good luck to the Breckenridge Cowboys in tonight's game.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom, not only as an employee, but also as a parent. I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wapaton. All the hits from 2KM today.
Welcome back. Section 6A baseball will be underway shortly. We won't be doing a national anthem, so we're going to dive into this pretty much right after the Parker's Prairie Panthers starters get announced. And you'll be able to hear that over the announcing, so I will go with the other team and run through their starters once again. And we'll do Parker's Prairie, of course, as well. But Gavin Hopper at the top of the order for Breckenridge. He'll be playing second base, and we're number 8, Connor Ernst. Number 13 is playing short. Cooper Roberts sliding over to third base and is wearing number 2. Trey Vogelbach, I don't know why I said sliding over like he hasn't been there. I just meant the position we're sliding over. You guys know what I mean. Trey Vogelbach, number 3, playing first base and batting cleanup. And then Riley Kappas in the 5 spot. Playing left field, and we're number 11, Paul Armitage. Behind the plate, we're number 16, Logan Church, beyond the hill. And kind of a rare start for him, as usually they like to bring him in relief. But we'll see what Logan Church has dialed up for this matchup with the top team in the state if you're going by QRF. And then Brecken Anderson, the right fielder, is wearing number 7. Lawson Oliphant will be joining him in the outfield wearing number 1. And he's in center field, by the way. And as promised for those Panthers starters, we've got Mason Basil at the top of the order playing right field wearing number 10. Nolan Steidel playing shortstop and rocking number 5. Joe Johnson, number 18, plays first base. The DH, Trevor Rounds, in the cleanup spot, so better take care of business as the DH. He's wearing number 16. Shane Hansen is 5th in the order, wearing number 4 and is playing catcher. Benelli Myers playing third base, and we're number 21. Ben Wagner, number 11, is playing center field. Chavis Went at second base, we're number 15. Gavin Basil playing left field and rocking number 9. And then we got A.J. Woodworth, the pitcher, wearing number 6. Parker's Prairie, the 1 seed in the section, will start off in the field. So we'll get to see Breckenridge's top of the order right off the bat, no pun intended. And they'll go Gavin Hopper, Connor Ernst, Cooper Roberts. Roberts had a multi-hit game last time around. Hopper also got a nice single in the leadoff spot, I believe. Ernst had one as well, but we can double check that on the Game Changer, as we'll be looping back on that. If you guys want to follow along with the team, make sure to go get a Game Changer account or share one with someone. I'm nice enough to have mine hooked up with Robert Wanix, so he's got me covered. Breckenridge will play 2 games today, win or lose. And all the games will be here at Browerville. And it depends on where the game is. I might have to pack up all my video equipment real quick here and head over elsewhere, but we'll have a couple different camera angles that we're going to switch between. So when we see contact off the bat, usually I'm going to try to switch over. But first pitch is a strike with a fastball. A.J. Woodworth, once again on the hill for Parker's Prairie. That one low and outside. Ball one, even it up at 1-1. Hoffert. Some good contact here. The center fielder gets on his horse to reel it in for the out, but some great contact from Hoffert off the bat. Better get rid of our pregame graphic. Onto the 2 spot in the order, Connor Ernst after the flyout. That's one of the better ones we've seen off the bat for Gavin Hoffert. Ernst has that one outside and in the dirt. Won't chase it. So another, 1-0 will start off this one. After Woodward was able to get Woodworth was able to get the first pitch strike last time around, and now we got a hit right up the middle. Connor Ernst with the single to get the bats going. And we're also right above the Breckenridge dugout, if you weren't aware. That's where they got the press box set up, which is a fantastic press box here at Gerald Eden Field.
Number 2, the third baseman, Cooper Roberts.
Brings up Cooper Roberts, who's looking to stay hot at the plate. Leads the team in hits and RBIs here in the 3 spot. Connor Ernst, not too crazy of a lead over at first. And Roberts, back-to-back singles. He's going to poke this one past the shortstop. So back-to-back rips from the Cowboys. So Parker's Prairie. Going to talk a little strategy before Trey Vogelbacher hops in. Vogelbacher bats in the cleanup spot and picked up a win on the mound in 112 pitches against Browerville just a few days ago. Men on first and second. Cowboys looking to capitalize with the base runners. First pitch low and outside. Maybe a little bit of jitters here from Woodworth to start it off. Giving up a couple singles off the bat. Checks the runner at second. Woodworth fires home, and this one is going to get hacked down the third base line. Even up at 1-1. Men on first and second. And all 3 of the Cowboy hitters that have stepped up to the plate so far have gotten some good contact. I know Hoffer didn't get a hit out of his, but look good off the bat as he drove to center field. But Connor Ernst and Cooper Roberts were able to have a little more luck slapping it past the infielders. And a nice shot there for a strike 2 looking. So A.J. Woodworth battling back with men on first and second. 1 out here in the opening inning. Top of the first, I should say. Woodworth checks the runner at second. Ernst not going. And Vogelbacher kind of held off on that for a second. It's going to get muffed by the second baseman, and he's going to be able to get on. So the E4 loads the bases. Trey Vogelbacher takes his base.
Number 11, the left fielder,
Riley Kappas stepping up to the plate. 5 spot in the order. Woodworth, 10 pitches into the game, and just like that, bases are loaded. Swing and a miss from Kappas, a little behind on that one. Head coach Jack Heidemann getting some encouragement with Paul Armitage on deck. Woodworth looking to help himself out, maybe with his first strikeout of the game. And that one will catch the edge of the plate for strike 2 looking. So Riley Kappas have to protect here at the plate. Number 11 waiting on the 0-2 pitch. Woodworth checks the runner at third. And then high fastball is held off on. Riley Kappas. The massive at bat. Bases juiced. And Woodworth will step off the mound. Get everything reset. Kappas at the dish with the 1-2 count. Woodworth checks the runners, fires home, and that will not miss by much. Similar spot to the last one. Got him looking, but benefit of the doubt there. 2-2 count. Granted, I don't have the best angle in the world, so I probably shouldn't be offering any judgment, of course. As swing and a miss on that one, I can tell you from Kappas. So we'll try to shake that off, and he gives Paul Armitage some advice before he steps up to the plate. Paul Armitage having a very solid year at the plate. Woodworth checks third, delivers home, and this is outside. 1-0 count. Breckenridge at the 6th spot in the order. Bases loaded, 0-0 score here in the top of the first. A.J. Woodworth trying to get out of the jam. And this one will get hacked kind of off the handle. It's going to kind of die in front of the second baseman, and he's not going to be able to throw it over. 1 run will score, and a second run's going to try to score, and Cooper Roberts is in. Cooper Roberts is fired up. Looks like his whole team is, and that is the second error of the day already, and there's only been 6 batters so far. Scores Connor Ernst and Cooper Roberts. And Trey Vogelbacher is all the way over to third, so a tough break for Parker's Prairie here in the opening inning. Brings up Logan Church. Church had been in the leadoff spot at points this year here in his senior campaign. We'll see him on the hill later on in this inning. First pitch strike. So Woodworth going for the inside corner to start it off. See if he works his way out now. Breckenridge up 2-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. That one outside to even it up at 1-1. Men in the corners. 2 outs. Top of the first inning, Paul Armitage. He's got some good speed, so we'll see if they try to get him into scoring position as Logan Church a little behind on that one. 1-2 count. Vogelbacher on third. Paul Armitage on first. 1-2 count. And that fastball a little high for Church. Another one that didn't miss by much. Logan Church awaiting the 2-2 delivery with 2 outs. And swing and a miss to wrap up the inning, but Breckenridge is able to take advantage of 2 errors and put 2 runs on the board. 2 left on. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Working the land is by nature a dirty job. What fuels me to get it done? The generations of farmers who've worked the soil before me. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel with an additive package that's 40% more effective at breaking down engine deposits. The cleanest fuel yet for the dirtiest of jobs. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Bottom of the first, Breckenridge strikes first with a pair of runs in the opening inning. Had bases loaded and an error at second base allowed them to put a couple on the board. Connor Ernst and Cooper Roberts coming around. Roberts definitely showing the hustle, sliding in for the out. Logan Church enters this game, seen time in 10 games this year, 23.2 innings. 2-4 record, but also a pretty solid ERA, just a hair under 3 at 2.958. And once again, usually we see him in relief, so we'll see how he can start off here, as obviously arms are at a premium when you get to the postseason. Church. We'll have this one go off of go over to third base, and Cooper Roberts' throw is off the mark. So E5 will give Mason Basil the base. So a tough break for Breckenridge to start this one off. Trey Vogelbacher was trying to make the grab on that one, actually almost collided with the base runner trying to snag it. Brings up Nolan Steidel. We got to see Mason Basil take a hack at the first pitch that he saw. So now already 3 errors in this ball game. So Steidel steps up to the plate. Man on first. And first pitch is roped down the third base line, out of play. 0-1 count for Nolan Steidel. Man on first. Lefty pitcher, though, so we'll see if that factors into if he's going to be taken off for second or not. Some people have a little trouble working with lefties, as we see the pickoff attempt. Oh, 1 count. Man on first once again. Breckenridge with the 2-0 lead, and that one's going to get hit to left field, where Riley Kappas is going to have the play, and he'll squeeze it for the out. So first out of the bottom of the first.
Number 18, the first baseman, Joe Johnson.
Brings up Joe Johnson. Johnson, the first baseman. Where's number 18 for this Panther squad? Once again, a man on first that Logan Church has to keep in mind on the hill, as his first pitch does not find the zone. Ball 1. Church delivers home and held off on the check swing, but still hit the zone for strike 1. 1-1 count for Joe Johnson. And this one is going to be too low for Johnson to go after. So it makes it a 2-1 count. Man on first. Logan Church has this one fouled off, and makes it a 2-2 count. Johnson, a left-handed hitter up against a left-handed hitter against a left-handed pitcher. Logan Church doesn't like the first pitch, first couple pitches Armitage suggests, so let's try this instead, and this one will get fouled off. Man on first, 1 out. Breckenridge up 2-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Taking on the top team in Section 6A, Parker's Prairie. Enters this game with an 18-3 mark. This one hit hard to center field, Lawson Alfant. It's going to go back for the grab. So 1 out in left field, 1 out in center field. That means the right fielder is due. Trevor Rounds stepping up to the plate, and he is a left-handed hitter, so that does help the odds of maybe some action in right field. Head on a swivel out there, Brecken Anderson. I'm calling it right now. Logan Church trying to keep this runner stranded on first after the leadoff man got on with an error. This one is fouled off. Paul Armitage is going to try to run back, but he's not going to have a play on it. It's out of our camera view anyways. Apologies. I'm not being really dynamic with the camera, I know. Robert set too high of a standard for what you guys expect for camera work, and then I come along. 0-1 count. Logan Church, after checking the runner a few times, will deliver home and actually goes off of Armitage's glove, so pass ball allows the runner to get into scoring position. We'll see if that comes back to bite Breckenridge. 1-1 count for the DH and cleanup hitter Trevor Rounds. We'll see if we see some power on this bat. 1-1 count, 4 rounds, and not exactly the power I was looking for as it gets fouled down the first baseline, just a little dribbler. 1-2 count. That's where we like to see if Church is going to go with that curveball. The far-off meteor. So we've been lovingly referring to it as this year. 2 outs, man on second. Church fires home, and this one is going to go well in front of the plate. Paul Armitage with a nice stop to keep the runner at bay. 2-2 count for Trevor Rounds. Logan Church as man in scoring position, trying to keep Parker's Prairie off the scoreboard as this one is going to get driven to right field. Did we call it, folks? Brecken Anderson hauls it in for the out. Apologies, that was out of our camera view, but every outfielder gets a put out, and we are heading into the top of the second with Breckenridge up 2-0. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Back, top of the second, starting now. Breckenridge with a 2-0 lead on top-seeded Parker's Prairie to open up this Section 6A bout. Swing and a miss from Tucker Snyder to make it a 1-1 count after the first pitch ball. Snyder is DHing for Lawson Oliphant. Got it put out there in the first inning. And that one a little too high for Snyder. Started off like it was going to be quite a bit higher, but dropped a hair. 2-1 count for Tucker Snyder at the dish. And this one will go the inside corner for strike 2. We'll see how he protects with a 2-2 count. And fouls it off, so get some encouragement from his squad. Once again, we are right above the Breckenridge dugout. If it sounds like they're louder than usual, it's because we're closer than usual. So maybe they're being louder too. It is the postseason. And Snyder is going to hit this one right to the second baseman. He's going to get the easy 4-3 put out. There were a couple errors at second base in the last inning, so maybe that'll help settle him down over there for Chavis Wendt. Brings up the bottom of the order, Brecken Anderson. Also got a put out in the first inning. Making a grab in the outfield. Actually, every outfielder had one. Brecken Anderson, here behind that one, swing and a miss. Nice first pitch strike there from A.J. Woodworth after a bit of a rocky start. That fastball will be just a bit outside. 1-1 count. Anderson with a swing and a miss on that one. Make it a 1-2 count. Wasn't ready for that drop on the off speed. 1 out, 1-2 count here in the top of the second inning. And swing and a miss from Brecken Anderson for the K. That is the third K of the day for the Breckenridge batters. And Gavin Hoffert steps up to the plate. Hoffert got some nice contact his last time up. Lined out to the center fielder, but center fielder did have to go back for it. So I'd love to see that kind of pop at your leadoff man. See if we get to see it again here. Holds off on that one. Oh, they're going to say he went on that. They got a better angle than I do, of course. Better attention span, too, so you know these umpires aren't going to miss anything. Oh, 1 count. That one just a little inside with the fastball. Hoffert with the 1-1 count. Breckenridge up 2-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And that one low and outside with the fastball. Hoffert waiting on the 2-1 delivery. And we'll have this one go down the first base line. So after the foul ball, we got a 2-2 count. Here with 2 outs, Gavin Hoffert trying to keep this from being a 1-2-3 inning for the Cowboys. A.J. Woodworth and the Panthers looking to wrap it up quickly. The right-handed pitch is hit up to the second baseman with the 4-3 put out once again. So they've kind of settled down over there at second base after the 4-3 ground out. We got no hits, no runs, and none left on. Bottom of the second coming up next. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
And welcome back. Bottom of the second. Starting now, Logan Church on the hill. And got a hard rip over the left fielder, and it's actually going to be just shy of the fence. It's going to be a stand-up double at the worst, and that is what it ends up being. So Shane Hansen sparking his squad with a deep double. But this is where Parker's Prairie had a runner get stranded last inning, so Cowboys going to try to repeat history there and not let the runner get past second. Logan Church squaring off with Benelli Myers. And this one is going to go off Church's glove. He's going to field it and flip it over to first base for the out. Does advance the runner over to third, but a nice recovery there from Logan Church. Tried going with the backhand, kept his cool, and scooped it up with his bare hand and dropped it over to Vogelbacher. Moves the runner over to third. So Ben Wagner going to take a hack at this. Number 11 plays center field for his squad. And takes a swing at the first pitch he sees, and Trey Vogelbacher makes the impressive grab. My apologies, that was out of the camera view once again, folks, but that was a very tough snag from Vogelbacher. Kind of was backpedaling the whole way, and at the last second just stabbed it with the glove. So Breckenridge catches a little bit of a break there. Chavis Wendt, the 8th man in the order, trying not to strand a runner. Number 15 plays second base. Let's look to try to help his squad out after a couple tough errors in the opening inning. Love to redeem himself here with an RBI. 1-0 count. 2 outs. Man on third. And this one is tapped over to the right field line, and it's going to land short of the right fielder to score the run. So Parker's Prairie gets on the board with their second hit of the day.
Number 9, the left fielder, Gavin Basil.
RBI single from Chavis Went. Brings in Shane Hansen after the leadoff double. Man on first. And first pitch, just a hair too high. 1-0 for Gavin Basil, bottom of the order. Church checks the runner at first and delivers home. This one is fouled off to even it up at 1-1. Breckenridge with a 2-1 lead on Parker's Prairie. Here in the bottom of the second after getting a couple runs in the opening inning. 1-1 count. Church fires home. And too high with the fastball, 2-1 count. After not finding it with the fastball, we'll see if maybe he goes to the off speed here. And it'll miss just a hair outside, 3-1 count. Should say just a hair. Paul Armitage did have to scoot out for that, I guess. 3-1 count. Hitters count for the bottom of the order, Gavin Basil. And too far outside for ball 4. 2 men on. And Mason Basil steps up to the plate. Basil got on with an error his last time up. He's got 2 base runners to work with here. First pitch, misses too high. Head coach Jack Heidemann giving the battery some adjustments. Head coach Jack Heidemann. I feel like you usually don't see the coach say, go talk to him here. I feel like usually that kind of catcher takes it upon themselves here, but I'm usually not close enough to know. So we'll go discuss it here. 1-0 count. See if that settles Church down a little bit here. Top of the order, Mason Basil once again. Won't chase that one out. 2-0 count. Breckenridge with a 2-1 lead. Go ahead run on first, tying run on second. We'll see if Parker's Prairie can bring him in. And a 3-0 count. That was probably the closest one to the zone. So Church trying to not let this one get away from him. See if he can deliver a strike here. Likely Basil got the take sign, and that one's going to be too low. Ball 4. So a pair of walks.
Number 5, the shortstop.
Load the bases.
Stidle.
Chavis Wen advancing to third, and Gavin Basil advancing to second. Head coach Jack Heidemann. Have a quick chat with his squad. Logan Church will be joined by his infield. Paul Armitage, Cooper Roberts, Trey Vogelbacher, Kevin Hofford, and Connor Ernst as well. Heidemann trying to make sure the Cowboys can get out of this one while still hanging on to the lead. 2 outs once again. Back-to-back walks, and brings up Nolan Stidle, who flew out to left his last time up. Parker's Prairie is at the 2 spot in their order. Definitely, as anybody who follows the sport knows, that's kind of where the reliable bats usually are, but we'll see if Stidle can come through for his squad with the bases juiced. Breckenridge got into the same situation and got helped out by an error to score a pair of runs. Nolan Stidle steps into the batter's box. Patiently waiting on the pitch. Logan Church Starts off with a first pitch strike. Puts that fastball right down the pipe. Not too surprising after the 4-pitch walk. To not take a hack at the first pitch. Will on this one, though, and not make contact. 0-2 count. Parker's Prairie not trying to avoid stranding a trio of runners here. 2-1 Breckenridge lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard once again. Nolan Steidel gets this one over to the third baseman, and we'll have it go under the glove of Cooper Roberts. 2 runs will score. And Parker's Prairie takes the 3-2 lead. So a two-run single for Nolan Steidel.
Now at the bat for the Panthers, number 8.
That brings in Chavis Wendt and Gavin Basil. And it'll also leave Mason Basil on second base. That low pitch ends up going behind the plate, so the wild pitch moves over 2 runners. So Nolan Steidel and Mason Basil now in scoring position. 1-0 count. Parker's Prairie with a trio of runs here in the second inning. Logan Church, 1-0 pitch. Has that one go too high. Runners on second and third. Church. The southpaw. Has this one go too high for ball 3. Gonna have to help himself out with the 3-0. As Parker's Prairie is knocking on the door of batting around here. And the first pitch strike keeps the at-bat alive, 3-1. Hitters count for Joe Johnson. Back-to-back lefty hitters with Johnson and Rounds due up. Church. As that one missed by not too much for the walk.
Now up for the Panthers.
So now with Basil on third, Steidel on second, and Johnson on first, that brings up Trevor Rounds. Rounds popped up to the right fielder his last time up. See if he can straighten this one out. It's his squad with a 3-2 lead. And we'll get behind 0-1 here after the first pitch strike from Church. Church has given up 3 hits and 3 walks this inning. And 3 runs. See if they can limit the damage to just that. 0-1 count. And another strike. Church with the early advantage, 0-2. His squad is only down by 1 run here. We'll see if he can keep it that way. 0-2 pitch. Church delivers home, and that one's going to be outside with the fastball. Rounds not going to try to chase it out. 1-2 count. See if we see the curveball here. And it's going to get smacked over to the first baseman. Trey Vogelbacher has it go off the glove, but he's going to throw it over to Church in time for the out. The 3-1 putout saves a run, and Breckenridge will trail 3-2 when we start this next inning. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Back top of the third. Starting now. And at the plate, we got Connor Ernst. Ernst ripped a single his last time up. Scored the first Breckenridge run as well. And now has an 0-2 count to start this off. Here in the top of the third. Parker's Prairie was able to put 3 on the board in the second to take the lead. After Breckenridge got 2 in the opening inning, and Ernst is going to pop this one up. Catcher is going to have the play on it, and he'll make the grab. You know, I don't know if it's just like the wind doesn't seem too bad when I'm here, but we've seen some kind of misjudged fly balls today. But either way, catcher made the grab for the 2 put out. Brings up Cooper Roberts, also singled and scored his last time up. Roberts. Got to see how many, I don't know if anybody knows off the top of the head what his hit streak is right now, but got to say it's at least 4 or 5 games, you'd think. He's got a hit in all the games I've been to, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't at the Hillcrest one. It seemed like everyone got hits then, as Roberts is going to smack that one by the shortstop. That was kind of a wild hop, though. I don't know if I would give that an error, but we'll see what the scoreboard's thinking. They're thinking hit. All right, we'll roll with it. So Cooper Roberts puts some mustard on that one for the single. Brings up Trey Vogelbacher. He got on with the E4 that scored a pair of runs last time through. That was in the first inning. Cooper Roberts. Don't expect the biggest lead in the world from him. Not exactly the speedster that some of his teammates are, but we'll see if he wants to. I think he still ended up having some stolen bases this year. I want to say it was 3, maybe 6. I know it's a multiple of 3. 0-1 count, man on first. Trey Vogelbacher at the dish. The cleanup hitter watches that one, missed just a bit outside. 1-1 count for Vogelbacher. Breckenridge with the trailing 3-2 against the top-seeded Parker's Prairie Panthers. And now 1-2 after that foul ball. Vogelbacher, a couple foul balls here to get the at-bat going, so see if he can straighten it out. A.J. Woodworth had a bit of a rocky start to the game, but he's been able to bounce back nicely here in the next couple innings. And he's a bit behind on that one, but Vogelbacher fouls it off once again. Top of the third here in Browerville. Beautiful Gerald Eden Field. Host of the Section 6A tourney. And win or lose, Breckenridge continues the tournament today. We'll have the game set up, or we'll have it starting up right after. I'm a little nervous if they move fields about setting up all my equipment over there, but cross the bridge when we get to it, is we got another foul ball. Vogelbacher has helped add about 6 pitches to Woodworth's pitch count today. Or just in his one at bat, I should say. Woodworth. The 2-2 count. Fires home, and Vogelbacher holds off on it. Smart choice as it bounced in front of the plate. Full count. Only 1 out here in the top of the third. A.J. Woodworth getting a sign. And this will be popped up to the second baseman. And he'll haul it in for the out. So after the pop-up, we got Riley Kappas Stepping into the batter's box. Kappas had struck out his last time at the plate. He's got a man on first to work with here with Cooper Roberts. Paul Armitage on deck. And Logan Church in the hole for the Cowboys. Breckenridge with 3 hits on the day. Cooper Roberts has 2 of them. Connor Ernst with another. And that low fastball is going to make it a 1-0 count. If you're wondering what all the excitement is, once again, if you guys didn't know, there are softball and baseball games going on all over here in Browerville. Loving it. Got a cool setup here with all the fields. And that one outside. 2-0 count. Man on first is Cooper Roberts. Getting a little bit of a lead. Kappas at the plate once again, and this one will be in the dirt for ball 3. So Kappas, someone who's kind of struggled with strikeouts in the last few games. I know how nice that feels when you're coming up to the plate hoping not to get another K and you get 3 straight balls right off the bat, and you're like, oh, baby. It's a good day for me. Hopefully stays on this trend. This one will go right down the chute for strike 1. 3-1 count. Kappas. Going through the routine. Number 11 will put this one in play. The shortstop with the fielder's choice toss over to second, and the 6-4 fielder's choice will wrap up the inning. Breckenridge leads 1 on. They had 1 hit. There were no errors in this inning. And we got a 3-2 score heading into the bottom of the 3rd. You are listening to Cowboy Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side. No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Back to the Section 6A tournament here in Browerville. Breckenridge trailing 3-2. Breck got a pair of runs in the opening inning. Parker's Prairie put 3 on the board in the second. And they're going to look to add to their lead here. And stepping up to the plate is Shane Hansen. Hansen with the double to get the party started last inning. We'll see what he has in store for Breck this time around. Logan Church. The southpaw begins the inning with 40 pitches after 2 innings. Get the first pitch strike to get it started. Shane Hansen looking to stay hot. Watches this one go by for strike 2. Doesn't seem too worried about it. Got the 5 spot in the order. We already saw the power, him smoking it deep to the outfield. Thought he was actually out here for a second there, but Church will wait for Hansen's time. And we'll end up beaming him with the 0-2 count. That is a tough break for the Cowboys. Hansen takes his base. That is the first beam batter of the day. So anybody who was betting on it being Vogelbacher getting hit by a pitch first was incorrect. Benelli Myers steps up to the plate. He grounded out to the pitcher last time up. This one hit to center field. It'll drop in front of Lawson Oliphant for the single. Benelli Myers, his first base knock of the day. Fourth hit allowed by Logan Church here through 2 innings. And they'll show bunt. Church will scoop it up and toss it over to first for the out. So the nice sack bunt moves over 2 runners. So Chavis Wendt will head up to the plate. He had that single to right last time up that plated a pair of runners. Or only plated 1 run. Apologies. 3-2 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 2 runners in scoring position for the Panthers. And this first pitch will go by for a ball for Wendt. At the 8th spot in the order. 1-0 count, 1 out, and men on second and third. Church fires the left-handed pitch, and that one is going to get hit out to center field, where it's going to drop in shallow center once again for the RBI single. Back-to-back RBI base knocks from Chavis Wendt. And that is the second run of the day for Shane Hansen. Brings up Gavin Basil with runners in the corners. We'll see if Parker's Prairie is going to get aggressive on the base paths. Try to get Breckenridge into a pickle potentially over here. And first pitch strike, and they're going to send the runner off to second. I don't know if I heard a single person holler that the runner was off, but Chavis Wendt is off to second. 2 runners in scoring position, 0-1 count for Gavin Basil. The bottom of the order drew a walk his last time up. And the fastball too high in the zone, 1-1 count. Logan Church trying to help himself out and keep the runners in check on second and third. And almost ends up beaming another pitcher. The wild pitch is going to score a run. Makes it a 5-2 Panther advantage. And we got a runner on third. So after Benelli Myers scored the run, Chavis Wendt advanced to third. Gavin Basil going to try to bring him in, and he'll do just that. And grounds out to the shortstop for the 6-3 put out, but got the RBI. So that brings in Chavis Wendt for the 3rd run of the inning. So a pair of 3-run innings from Parker's Prairie thus far. And nobody on for the top of the order, Mason Basil. He got on with an error and also walked. First pitch outside for ball 1. Logan Church still looking for his first strikeout on the hill. And that high fastball once again out of the zone, 2-0 count for Mason Basil. Church delivers the left-handed pitch in the dirt, 3-0 count for Mason Basil. Basil, who got stranded on second his first time up and stranded on third his second time up. This one will be outside for ball 4, 4-pitch walk. I think that's the second 4-pitch walk he's gotten as well. So Breckenridge, another Mound visit. And we'll see if we got a pitching change coming as well, or if they're gonna try to ride it out with Church a little longer. Once again, when you get to this point, you got to hang on to all the pitching you can. Heidemann and Church having a quick discussion. They got a man on first when they start this back up again. Their squad down 6-2 after getting the first 2 runs of the day. And then Parker's Prairie showed why QRF has them at the top of the state and got the bats going. They have already racked up 5 hits on the day.
Number 5, the shortstop, Nolan Steidel.
Nolan Steidel stepping up. Nolan Steidel had the single his last time up and flew out to left field before that. Swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Man on first once again. Oh, 1 count. Church has that one too low in the zone for ball 1. 6-2 Parker's Prairie lead. Nolan Steidel waiting on the 1-1 pitch from Logan Church. Fouls that one off. Man on first once again is Mason Basil. Been on base all 3 times. He's gone to the dish with a pair of walks and got on with an error at the beginning of the game, which ended up not costing the Cowboys. Church shakes off a few signs, or a few pitches. We'll have this one go outside. Steidel will hold off chasing out of the zone. 2-2 count. 2 outs on a beautiful day here at Gerald Eaton Field. And that one fouled off. Church already up to 60 pitches here through 3 innings, or through 2 2/3, I should say. Church getting a little picky with the pitches here. Fires them and won't miss by much on that one to load the count. Full count for Nolan Steidel, looking for his second hit of the day. And looking to advance Mason Basil from first base. And he'll hit this one out to left field, and Riley Capes might have stumbled a little bit trying to get over there for it. Not sure if he would have got there either way, but tough break for the Cowboys, as they have now given up 6 hits, and looks like we got the pitching change coming. And Logan Church will be calling it a day. 6 runs allowed through 2 2/3 innings. And we'll see who they're going to be bringing in. It looks like they're going with Tucker Snyder. So Tucker Snyder will hop on the hill, and as he warms up, we'll take a quick break. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM. Parker's Prairie leads 6-2 in this Section 6A tournament.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors' Fresh Start Tire Event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus, up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
So what's in a name? Well, plenty when it comes to decisions about assisted living.
When it was time for Mom to make that move, we looked at a ton of options.
Everywhere we looked, there was something cold and impersonal. Then we found Twin Town Villa.
What we found at Twin Town Villa was completely different. They gently nurture their residents' identities, they help them hold their dignity, and they do it all with loving respect.
Twin Town Villa is a building filled with people, not numbers.
Twin Town Villa, building respect and dignity, one resident at a time.
OSPTI promotes specialized and extended training of therapists to better treat orthopedic injuries and pre and post injuries. OSPTI offers pool therapy to promote early integration and also can enhance and challenge return to sport conditions. OSPTI promotes wellness progression with aftercare programs and programs open to the public, such as return to sport training, athletic enhancement, adult fitness classes, gym and pool memberships, and aquatic exercise classes for a patient to continue their wellness journey. Start your wellness journey by calling OSPTI at 218-641-7725.
And welcome back to Browerville. Breckenridge has just made a pitching change after 2 2/3 innings. Logan Church will be calling it a day, and Tucker Snyder is on the hill for Breckenridge. Snyder's first pitch was a ball. This next one is fouled off to even it up at 1-1. Men on first and second. Tucker Snyder. Get ready for the 1-1 delivery. High fastball. Snyder taking time out of his busy schedule. Guy's already got his own business. Does a lawn care business. Make sure to reach out if you'd like some expert lawn care, of course. Snyder delivers home. 2-2 count with the fastball. That's just like me to plug someone's business, but not put the business name on there. So just reach out to Tucker. He'll tell you what it is. 2-2 count. Or someone can text it to me, and I can shout him out. That one fouled off. So runners on first and second. 2-2 count. Tucker Snyder versus Joe Johnson, who walked his last time up. Flew out to center field the time before. This will be the Cowboys' first K of the day. On the defensive side, I should say. And this one hit out to the left center gap. And they're going to have to toss it in after 1 run scores to make it a 7-2 lead. Parker's Prairie with 7 unanswered. After the RBI single from Joe Johnson.
Now to bat for the Panthers, number 16, the DH, Trevor Browns.
That will bring in Mason Basil and leave Nolan Steidel on third base. Trevor Rounds, the 9th Parker's Prairie batter of the inning. Has that one go too low in the dirt. Had his first one fly out to the right fielder and then followed it up with the 3-1 putout. 7-2 score. Parker's Prairie in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Snyder's fastball way outside for a 2-0. Trevor Rounds awaits the Snyder pitch. Has that one go too low. So 3 straight balls to start it off. All right, All Season Solutions. That's Tucker's business. Shout out to David Hoffert. Looking out. Very much appreciate that. We'll see if Snyder can help himself out of here in this duel and ends up beaming the batter, and then they're going to allow a run to score as well. Off of the ball flew off the batter and allowed the runner to come in. So Steidel scores off the hit by pitch. I don't know if I've seen that one before. I was going to say I thought it was a dead ball there, but they must have said it was a walk evidently. Well, I'll just put it down as a walk for Trevor Rounds. As Joe Johnson advances to second, Snyder has this one hit to Connor Ernst, or my apologies, looks like that's Yeah, that is Connor Ernst. E6 on that one, as the hits just keep on coming for the Cowboys. Shane Hansen's second time getting on here in the inning.
Legacy runner for the catcher is number 14.
Parker's Prairie pouring it on after getting down 0-2. Tucker Snyder with bases loaded. His squad down by 6 runs. Swinging a miss there from Benelli Myers. Myers singled earlier this inning and came in for a run. 8-2 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard for Parker's Prairie. That one just a little outside. Excuse me. Tucker Snyder. 1-1 is the count. The righty tosses it home, and we got an RBI single, so the bases will remain loaded. After the run from Joe Johnson.
Now back for the Panthers.
Benelli Myers gets his first RBI of the day and second hit of the inning. Ben Wagner had that sac bunt earlier in the inning, as his squad now leads by 7. Bases loaded. For number 11, Ben Wagner. Popped up to the first baseman and grounded out with the sac bunt, as we mentioned, and watch his first pitch strike go by. Parker's Prairie has still yet to have a batter strike out in this game. That's how you know they're dialed in at the plate. 0-1 count. That one will catch the outside corner for strike 2 looking. 0-2 count, bases loaded. Tucker Snyder trying to get out of this 6-run inning. Snyder. Bases loaded. As that one miss outside with the fastball. Ben Wagner. We got Benelli and Ben back to back. Snyder has that one hit up the middle to the shortstop. Connor Ernst just going to take it himself to get out of the inning. And apologies, got my camera angles mixed up here. But the inning comes to an end after 6 runs score. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Part of the I3G Sports Network. We'll return with the top of the 4th on B92.7 once again and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
Cargill is working around the clock to continue feeding the world safely, responsibly, and sustainably. Currently hiring for operations technicians starting at $28 an hour, along with $3,000 sign-on bonus. To join the Cargill team, go to careers.cargill.com/Wahpeton-ND. That's careers.cargill.com/Wahpeton-ND. Equal opportunity employer, including disability veterans. Good luck to the Breckenridge Cowboys in tonight's game.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
And welcome back to Gerald Eaton Field here in beautiful Browerville, where Parker's Prairie just put 6 more on the board in the 3rd inning to make it 9 runs unanswered. They lead 9-2 as Paul Armitage tried to provide an answer. Ropes that one down the 3rd base line, but ends up being foul. Armitage rocking those yellow batting gloves that may or may not look neon green to my colorblind eyes, but I make sure to ask other people, you know what color those are? 1-1 count for Paul Armitage. That went way too high for a 2-1 count. A.J. Woodworth, him and his defense had a little bit of a shaky start in the opening inning, but have been humming along nicely, putting the Cowboys away quickly in the last 2 innings. 3-1 count. One of them was a 1-2-3 inning, and the other one got a base runner, but pretty close to a 1-2-3 inning other than that. Armitage got on with an E4 in the opening inning, and will take his base on ball 4 this time around.
Now the bat for the Cowboys, the first baseman, number 17.
Brings up Logan Church.
Strike number 14, Logan Church.
Church struck out his first time up at the plate. Gonna see he can improve on that result, and the first pitch he sees, he'll hack at and drive it to left field, where he'll be hauled in for the out. Brings up Tucker Snyder. Snyder started this game as the DH, so already was in the batting order. Now the pitcher. A.J. Woodworth. Fires the pitch. It is outside the zone for ball 1. Paul Armitage on first base once again. 1-0 count. And Snyder going to pop this one up to the second baseman. He's going to run just out of the frame into shallow right field for the out. It's gotten hairy a couple times over there, but it's a nice grab there. Brings up Brecken Anderson. Struck out his last time up.
Jacob Nicholson.
And we'll actually see a pinch hitter for Brecken Anderson. Jacob Nicholson will step up to the plate. Nicholson, a senior on this squad. Left-handed hitter. 0-1 count for Nicholson. The left-handed hitter. Going to try to move Paul Armitage over. And Nicholson watches another one go by. 0-2 count for the pinch hitter. Nicholson holds off on it. Make it a 1-2 count. Paul Armitage on first. Nicholson awaits the 1-2 delivery. Going to look to protect, and he'll swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 3 as well. So Breckenridge is able to get a base runner, but 1 left on. No hits, no errors, no runs. 9-2 is your score heading to the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live per the i3G Sports Network.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Working the land is by nature a dirty job. What fuels me to get it done? The generations of farmers who've worked the soil before me. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel with an additive package that's 40% more effective at breaking down engine deposits. The cleanest fuel yet for the dirtiest of jobs. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KN today.
Down 9-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And they'll start off this inning Facing off against number 15, Chavis Went, who's the 8th spot in the order.
Number 15, the second baseman.
But pretty much everybody they've been roping up or ending up against has been taking care of business at the plate, so it doesn't really matter where they're at in the order, it seems like. Chavis Went, who had a single last inning. Low in the dirt. 1-0 hit or 1-0 count to start it off. Bottom of the 4th inning. Snyder goes back to the fastball, and this time he'll miss the outside corner. Ball 2. Two-out count. And this one hit to the second baseman, Gavin Hoffert, who will make the put out. Logan Church with a great second effort there. So 1 up, 1 down after the ground out. Brings up Gavin Basil. Basil got beamed his last time up, and the time before that was, oh, my apologies, had an RBI ground out his last time up, and then walked his previous plate appearance. Start off this one with a foul ball. 9-2 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Basil awaits the 0-1 delivery. Or my apologies, the 3-1 delivery. Oh, actually ended up beaming Basil. I spoke it into existence. I thought he got a hit, and then he ended up getting hit. That's on me. Brings up Mason Basil. He's been helping out that on-base percentage today with a pair of walks and got on with an error as well. See if the Cowboys can try to turn 2 here. They can get a ground ball up the middle. We still have not seen a Parker's Prairie player strike out yet here in the game. Another low pitch. 1-0 count, man on first. Gavin Basil on first. Mason Basil at the dish. All right. Another low pitch. It's going to go with more Basil than in my cupboard. I don't know if anybody would appreciate that one very much. I'm still workshopping it. We'll see the next time. Next time we see Parker's Prairie, I'll have a good one, I promise. I just got a good mowing reference texted me for Tucker Snyder for when he strikes out a guy. Got one in the chamber. As this one is hit up the middle. They're going to try to turn 2. Ernst gets the first out, but isn't able to get the out at first, so we'll get the fielder's choice put out. So Gavin Basil is out. And then Mason Basil will advance to first on the fielder's choice. Nolan Steidel, who's got a pair of base knocks on the day, 2 for 3. And has scored a run, too. Pair of RBIs as well. And this one he'll pop up. Might actually go right over our heads, actually, over here. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, KBMW News Live. It's like you're along for the ride. 0-1 count after the foul ball. And if Breckenridge can come back and win this, we'll actually stay here for the next game. But if they lose, I'm going to have to pack up all my equipment and run it over and hope they have space for me over at the other field. So if it's only radio on the next broadcast, that is why. And low pitch, they'll send it over to second. But the stolen base is taken by Mason Basil. Showing off the wheels into scoring position. And you're not going to knock a team for stealing with the big advantage, because obviously the 10-run rule is something you're always trying to get in your favor to save on some pitching. And that one a high and inside fastball. I remember one time drawing the ire of a crowd my 1 year playing baseball, because I was stealing when we had a big lead, but I wanted to go home. So I was trying to get wrapped up in 5 innings if possible. And low pitch in the dirt. Wild pitch will advance the runner. Basil takes third on the wild pitch. Nolan Steidel. 2 for 3 once again on the day. Hitters count at 3-1. We'll see what Snyder has for Steidel. The 3-1 delivery hits the outside corner for strike 2. Steidel now has a full count and a man on third, 2 outs. Looking for the first run of this inning as they lead 9-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in the bottom of the 4th. And this one driven to center field where it is going to be hauled in for the out. 1 left on. And I believe there were no hits, no runs. And once again, just the 1 left on. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Part of the I3G Sports Network. And, by the way, that was Riley Kappas in center. We had some shifting when Tucker Snyder came in the game as he is the DH. So Trey Vogelbacher shifted over to left field and Riley Kappas bumped over to center. So Austin Oliphant has exited the game. Forgot to make sure to note that when we have the substitutions. But you're listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM. They trail 9-2 heading into the 5th inning.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
And welcome back to Browerville. And we got an 0-1 count for Gavin Hoffert to start off this 5th inning. And that fastball just out of the zone for a 1-1 count. Breckenridge down 9-2 against the top-seeded Parker's Prairie Panthers. And fouled off by Hoffert. Gavin Hoffert so far at the plate today flew out to center field and then grounded out to the second baseman. We'll see if he can get on base for the first time today. And that pitch just outside the zone once again, 2-2 count. And A.J. Woodworth trying to put the finishing touches on this one potentially as Hoffert hits this one to the second baseman. It kind of dies a little bit, but they're going to say still out. So the 4-3 put out gets Hoffert at first. It was a very close play, if you can hear the Breckenridge dugout right beneath us. Connor Ernst, 1 for 2 on the day, got a single his first time up, and then popped up to the catcher his next time at the plate. I believe he took a hack at the first pitch he saw, just like he did here. This time it's going to go to the center fielder for the fly out. But love stepping up to the plate and being ready to rock from Connor Ernst, even if it didn't really pay off for him. But 2 for 2 on the day is Cooper Roberts. Ernst had the 1 hit, and he's got the other 2. He's going to try to make it his 3rd hit of the day. Wouldn't that be something, racking up 3 of your team's 4 hits thus far. Roberts watches the first pitch go by. That one didn't miss by much. 1-0 count for Roberts versus A.J. Woodworth, who's given up 2 runs, neither of them earned. That one low and outside. The Cowboys got a pair of runs in off of an error when they had the bases loaded in the opening inning. And since then, it has been all Panthers. And that will continue with this infield pop-up. Hauled in by the shortstop for the final out. 1-2-3 inning. Breckenridge going to try to limit this lead to 7 in this bottom of the 5th. But Parker's Prairie only needs 3 runs to wrap this game up. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com. Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapaton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Welcome back to Browerville. Breckenridge just went 1-2-3. Their trip to the plate. They trailed 9-2 against top-seeded Parker's Prairie. And Panthers here in the bottom of the fifth only need 3 more runs to put this one away. Tucker Snyder took over the pitching duties for Logan Church after 2 2/3 of work from the southpaw. Once again, a 9-2 score currently on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge trying to keep this game alive. Snyder has the first pitch smacked over to right field, but that is going to go foul. Some great contact from Trevor Rounds, or my apologies, Joe Johnson. Johnson third in the order here in the bottom of the fifth. That one just misses a little bit outside. There's been a consistent strike zone here. 1-1 count. And that one will find the inside part of the zone for strike 2. 1-2 count for Joe Johnson. We'll see how he protects. It's 1 for 2 so far, also with a walk and a run scored on the day. Put an RBI on the ledger as well, and this time he'll kind of just stick the bat out there and bloop it down the third baseline. Kind of a fun swing there. 1-2 count for Joe Johnson. 9-2 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. That one hit hard, actually over Snyder's head. Right up the middle for a single. 9th hit of the day for Parker's Prairie. Brings up Trevor Rounds. He is over 2 with a walk. The DH. Back-to-back left-handed hitters. Man on first to work with. And the game-winning run is on deck. As once again the mercy rule, you got to take that into account. Tucker Snyder starts off this at bat by having that one smacked over the second baseman's head. The right fielder is going to track it down and throw it in. So, got a back-to-back singles from Parker's Prairie. We're just teeing off now. Brings up Shane Hansen. Is that a productive day? He's got a double, wore a pitch, and got on with an error. Scored twice. Now he's got 2 men to work with. And is the game-winning run at the plate. Snyder delivers home as it is bunted cleanly. And Snyder, ends up kind of having a nasty fall there. Looks like he's a little shaken up too, but kind of like he blew a tire on the way there, but looking all right. We're going to check on him really quick here. Let's make sure he's all good. Do we technically call that an infield hit? I mean, I think I would call it. Nah, I guess you got to go air on that one. I just don't know if it's one of those things where it's like technically an error, but we're going to have to roll with it. So base is loaded for Benelli Myers.
Third baseman, Benelli Myers.
Benelli Myers, after Breckenridge made some substitutions here between innings. One of them being Jordan Teberg. He's behind the plate now. And first pitch is outside for Benelli Myers. You got to have a cannon if your name's Benelli. 2 for 3 on the day. And then outside on that one. That'd be like, having the name Gunner but not being a good three-point shooter. It's just disappointing. So we'll see if Benelli can leave an impact here. If he clears the bases here, he wins the game. And that is fouled off. 2-1 count as Breckenridge is down 9-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Parker's Prairie looking to stay hot here in the Section 6A tournament. Moved on with a victory over Rothsay. Swing and a miss on that one. 2-2 count for Benelli Myers. He's got hits in his last 2 trips to the plate. Love to keep that streak going, especially with bases loaded. Snyder, his squad down by 7. And Benelli Myers will call for time. Snyder steps back on the mound for the 2-2. Fires home, and that is popped up. Cooper Roberts is going to have the best play on it, and he'll haul it in for the out. First out of the inning. And Ben Wagner steps up to the plate. Wagner still looking to get on base for the first time. He's popped up once and grounded out twice. So Wagner looking to be the final Parker's Prairie player who has been at the plate to get on. 1-0 count to start it off with the fastball outside. Bases loaded. Breckenridge will play win or lose right after this. And this one is hit off the glove of Cooper Roberts to score 1 run. So Joe Johnson comes in for the score. Second error of the inning for the Cowboys. And bases remain loaded. Trevor Rounds on third, Shane Hansen on second, and don't need to really worry about the runner on first because if Shane Hansen comes in, the game's over. Breckenridge down 10-2. I'll update the scoreboard just a bit, and that goes off of Roberts' glove once again, so a tough break. And the game-winning run will come in. 12-2 is your final. And I believe that is actually going to be a hit because that would have been kind of a miracle play if he was able to stab that one. So Chavis Wendt comes up big once again at the plate. Drives in 2 runners. Actually had 4 RBIs on the day. Brings in Shane Hansen and Trevor Rounds, and that'll do it. 12-2 your final once again. We'll take a very quick break and come back with your post-game show brought to you by Miller Realty in Breckenridge. You've been listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network, and we'll also make sure to update you on who Breckenridge's opponent will be. Once again, you've been listening on B92.7 and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome to the Miller Realty Postgame Show on B92.7 FM. And now for your State Farm Stat Report, we'll run through the numbers for you. With Breckenridge getting 2 hits from Cooper Roberts, 1 hit from Connor Ernst, and those were their 3 of the day. They scored 2 runs off of an error in the opening inning, and after that, Parker's Prairie scored 12 unanswered. They had 3 in the second inning, 6 in the third. That's actually when Breckenridge made their pitching change when they were down 6-2. And then after that, they put 6 more on the board. So both Breckenridge pitchers gave up 6 runs. Logan Church went 2 2/3. Gave up 6 hits, 8 runs, all of them earned, and also surrendered 4 walks. Tucker Snyder gave up 7 hits and 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Also, a walk was allowed from him, and then no strikeouts for either of the pitchers. So these Parker's Prairie bats were definitely dialed in. They racked up 13 hits on the day, 12 runs on the board, 10 of them were driven in. 5 walks as well racked up. The big bat for them was Chavis Went near the bottom of the order, actually. Ended the day with 4 RBIs and 3 hits after a couple errors in the field to start off the game. So talk about turning around from Chavis Went. Love to see that. So Parker's Prairie definitely in the driver's seat now. It's such a big advantage when you're able to kind of win those first games, whereas Breckenridge is going to have to kind of battle back now and got to make sure we double check who their foe is going to be over at the next one. But we'll make sure to fill you in on that as we will be broadcasting that game as well. But before we do that, let me just run through the already got the stats covered. I was going to go with the play of the game brought to you by Red River Agency, or hometown agents in Breckenridge, and got to go with that that play, that error that scored the 2 runs for Breckenridge. Obviously, that was kind of the obviously the big haymaker that they threw earlier in the game to kind of set the tone, but Parker's Prairie settled in and took over the game from there on out and put 12 on the board unanswered once again to show why they got that #1 ranking in the state for the QRF, and definitely lived up to the hype there. And your player of the game brought to you by Essential Health. I mean, we got to go with Cooper Roberts, obviously, even though I'm pretty sure I went with him last game, or maybe I went with Connor last game, but no, I went with Trey, if I remember correctly. But Cooper Roberts, with a couple nice base knocks, had a tough time over at third base at the end of the game here. All of a sudden, he just got really busy over there. So tough finish to the game in the field at least, but a fantastic job getting 2 of the 3 hits at the day for his squad, and then popped up to short for his 1 plate appearance that didn't result in a hit. But we'll see if his hot swing can kind of carry over into this next game. Once again, we're gonna have to rotate over to another field entirely here. So if we do not have a video stream for this one, if we just have it on the radio, that is because I did not find anywhere that was kind of an accommodating setup, because I see there's not really a press box over there. I'm just gonna have to find a spot to set up, I guess. So to be determined. Breckenridge's next game, either way, will be coming up on B92.7 FM. Hoping to also be live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live. But to finish up this broadcast, we're going to have to, oh, by the way, that player of the game was brought to you by Essential Health here with you. So Cooper Roberts, once again, earning the honors for that one. And that will do it for our Miller Realty post-game show. Make sure to, once again, keep an eye on the YouTube channel, or just keep listening on B92.7 FM. We'll keep you covered with Breckenridge baseball for the rest of the day, as we've got another game coming up right after this. Final score, Breckenridge against top-seeded Parker's Prairie. 12-2, they fall, and you've been listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.